Hello and welcome back to Feathers of Wisdom. I'm Stacy, the Black Feather Intuitive. Thanks for tuning in again. Today I thought we would talk about embracing detachment. Detachment seems to be a hot word these days. You hear it everywhere, but what does it really mean? Detaching from one's feelings, detaching from one's material goods, detaching. And what detachment means for me, it was a really hard concept to sort of grasp. What it means for me is being an observer in my own life. And for those of you sci-fi fans out there, I am not necessarily talking about the observer from Fringe or the observers from the Fringe show. Although they do observe people. What I'm talking about is becoming an observer in your own life. And it's a real challenge sometimes, but if you can step back from a situation, pull yourself out of it as though you're sort of rising up to the sky, looking up, you're at the ceiling of the room, sort of looking down, and observe the situation from the broader picture, looking at the bigger picture and sort of taking it the next layer up. What is the purpose of all of this? Why is this all happening? What is the bigger picture? Where is the nugget of truth in this picture? Where is the lesson to be learned? Where is the growth? What do I need to learn in order to grow and move beyond this particular situation or issue that's going on in my life? So I thought we would talk about that. And I'm going to do a card pull with the Osho Zen deck. And let's just see what our divine has to say about embracing detachment, being the observer in your own life. Interesting. So the card I pulled is the Success card. So obviously, thank you, Divine Spirit. Thank you, Universe, for that validation saying that when we become observers in our own lives and are able to view every situation from a higher viewpoint, stepping outside of our egos and outside of ourselves, that we are on the road to achieving success. So thank you for that. But let's go a little deeper into this. So in terms of embracing detachment, when we look at this card, let's observe the tiger and the gentleman who is celebrating his victory, celebrating his success. They are walking on top of the earth, over the earth. They're viewing the earth from above. And when you get an overview of a situation, when you get an overview of what is going on in your life, and you're able to take that step back and say, what is it that I'm seeing here? Someone's lashing out at me. Someone is saying mean, hurtful things to me. Well, what is the reason why? What is the core of the matter? Are they saying hurtful things to me because they themselves are hurt? Something I have done, perhaps, that has caused them hurt and they're trying to hurt me back? Is there anger or hurt or the emotional words, are they being misdirected? Should they be going to someone else? And I am simply a punching bag at this point for their unresolved emotions. Could it simply be that this person is very mean-spirited and it's time for me to let them go from my life in order to make room for more kind, loving, compassionate people in my life? So it gives you that different perspective. The tiger is walking above the world. The tiger is not of the world. He's not in the world. He's rising above it. He is above the world. And therefore, his companion, the companion on his back, which is us, is able to not be attached to what is going on in the world. He is able to celebrate because he is able to look above. He's able to rise above the situation and see a different perspective, see it for what it really is. And in doing so, in being able to master that, suddenly you don't have to take things so personally. Suddenly it makes sense that everything does sort of happen for a reason. There's an opportunity for growth in every situation that occurs if we can take the personal out of it, if we can take the ego out of it and look at it and observe it for what it really is. Also, in terms of detachment of material things, when we get really attached to material items, that keeps us locked in fear of letting go, locked in losing things. Whereas this dude here is completely free. He's on an adventure. He's on a journey he's never been before. I mean, he's in the sky. He's riding above the earth. He's in space, and he is celebrating. And this is an experience that he might never have been able to have had he continued to be completely attached to the material world and all of the things involved on the planet. No, he detached himself and was able to allow himself to rise above and have a completely different, amazing experience riding this tiger over the earth and seeing things from a whole new, with a whole new set of eyes. So what an interesting card for this reading. Very, very interesting card. I love success. Who doesn't love success? That's it for this weekend. I hope you enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next time. Take care.